Would you like to hear a story? I can see. There once lived a... Well, he didn't know what he was. But for outsiders, we would know who he is. He was just a regular monkey living in the forest. He always run around, hung around with his family and his friends. It was a normal day, like always. That normal day turned to something that was so traumatic for this young monkey. He was captured. He screamed for help. He screamed for his mother. He screamed for his father. He screamed for his brother. He screamed for his sisters. He screamed. They all came rushing in and they were overpowered. They couldn't help their children. They couldn't help this monkey. It wasn't just him that was taken. There were so many that was taken. And they cried for help. But no one would listen. No one could hear the animals' language. Only the animals knew. No one knew the monkey's language. They were captured by humans. These humans didn't think nothing of it. This was normal to them. But not for the monkeys. This was not normal. The humans pack up everything, put them in the back of their vehicle, and they were on their way, taking them far, 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 far away from their lands. Meanwhile, inside this vehicle, you see the monkeys, especially the one that was just playing with his cousins, that was just playing with his brother. He's terrified. He's young. He's a child. All of them are terrified. They're all scared. They don't know what's going on. They don't know the species that has taken them. These species was strong, powerful, different from them. But they were taken. They were communicating with each other, trying to figure out how to escape, how to run away, how to get back. But they would keep going further and further and further away from the lands. The humans kept taking them further, 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 further away. So far, they had no idea where they were. Even if they did escape, where would they go? They don't know where their land is anymore. These humans took the monkeys to this special facility. This special facility was filled with other animals that these monkeys did not recognize either. They're like, what the heck? Who are they? What are they? They're so different. And the humans look cold. They seem cold to the monkeys. The monkeys try to plead with them, screaming at them, pleading with them to please let us go free, let us go, let us go, let us go. But the humans, just all they heard from the monkeys was wailings and screams. They didn't understand that these monkeys were telling them to let them go. They couldn't understand the monkey's language at all. These humans gather all the monkeys up, put them inside their little cage that's now is their home. This cage was like a room, but it was still small, and they were still trapped inside. The monkeys were separated from one another, the one that was captured, so they didn't see each other for a while. The young monkey that was captured first, who was so young, and that was a child, his name was George. His name was George. He was shivering because he was cold. It was very, very cold in this room. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know where his mother was, or his father, or his brother, or his cousins. He didn't know if they were still back home or they were taken too. The humans did many things to them, took many things from them. They sliced them up. And then they put them back together. They always put something inside of them, some type of tracker. They didn't understand why the humans were doing that. Some witnessed some of the humans killing them. That petrified them. Some of the monkeys turned against each other for survival. Because they realized if they paid attention, if they did good, if they passed the test that was presented to them, they get to have special privileges. So they turned against each other. Not the young monkey. He always maintained his innocence. He was strong, he was brave. Even through all the things that he went through, he was strong and he was brave. He grew up inside the cage, inside this facility that was now his home. He met new friends who became their family. They connected and they bonded through their suffering, through what they was experiencing. Day by day, George lost a lot of friends. He was still alive, but he was still scarred. One day, these special humans wearing white coats came to George because they found him to be very special. He was different from the rest of the monkeys. Even the monkeys noticed that when he first came. There was something quite odd about George. They always pick on him. They isolated from him. Some of you try to jump on him, beat him up. And despite all that, he still maintained his innocence. He still was pure-hearted. He still loved. But he was broken. He was broken. But his strength is unmatched. These special humans with the white lab coats came to George one day. They treated him nicely, gave him food, gave him a special room, a room that he'd never been in, a part of the facility that he never even saw. They put him in there, and they took him away, somewhere far, far, far away. Where did they take George? This is the story of the animals and what they are experiencing. So many, like George, are special. So many of them have been hurt. So many have been beaten. So many have been killed. So many were taken. But there are many special ones amongst the animal kingdom that these scientists have taken. And they have been doing many things to them, using them as weapons. No more will that happen. God sent something. God sent someone to free them. This someone is a very ancient being, very, very old, very, very old. Like no one have ever came across a being like this. This being is returning, taking back everything that was stolen from this land, bringing it back to the rightful owners. This being is going to set free all the animals, no matter if they're special or not. They're going to... It's not just one being that's going to help the people of this world, help the animals of this world. But this one being is the ultimate being. No one can stop it. God sent it. And this being is going to free the world. It's going to protect the animals. And it's going to stop everything that has been happening to these animals, to the children, to every innocent souls. You wonder what this being is. You just have to watch and see. That is my story. Can you see?